Hey everybody, I'm Jason Warner. I'm a partner over here at Redpoint Ventures. Most recently before Redpoint, I was a CTO at Github for 4 years. Before that, I was VP of Engineering at Heroku and then Head of Engineering at Canonical. Spent the majority of my career in engineering leadership, now working with founders. I get asked a lot of questions. Thought I'd take the time to address some of the most common ones. The first question is CTO versus VP of Engineering. GitHub has both a CTO and an SVP of Engineering. What's your view on the differences between these roles at GitHub and in general? Also curious what you think about qualities and or experiences that a successful CTO should have or exhibit. Here's how I think of them. At company formation, the CTO and VP of Engineering are literally the same person. And as the company grows, you're going to split at some point in all likelihood, and they're going to specialize. The CTO is going to focus on the overarching tech strategy to achieve the business outcomes. And that could be anything from cloud hosting to on-prem to language construction to macro trends that are happening in the world. The VP of Engineering's responsibility is to achieve those outcomes via people, process, and pace. That's it. All right, another good question. What is the best way to organize an engineering team? There is no one way to organize teams. And I could give you all the caveats in the world about how this stuff changes based upon various scenarios, but I'm gonna give you a really quick breakdown. 0 to 10, you look like one large monolithic organization, one large engineering team. Everyone is a generalist working on pretty much every phase of the product. Somewhere between 10 and 25, you might have one person or two people starting to specialize on various bits that are very specific to your business, maybe infrastructure, maybe mobile, maybe something like that. Between 25 and 75, start to have some specialty units, likely infrastructure, likely data. Over time, those units get larger and larger, and you're gonna start to have product engineering, infrastructure engineering, data engineering. Think of it as actually an application itself. You start in a monolithic application. As it gets unwieldy, you start to pull off pieces, start to have specialty applications. It's very similar to an organization as it grows. So probably by far the most common question I get is the tech stack question. What language, what framework, cloud provider should I use? What I really want to say is unless you're a specialty type of company, if you're an infrastructure company or you're a mobile first company, a lot of this doesn't really matter. You need to get back to focusing on what your company is supposed to do in the first place. And that's supposed to be serving a customer need, providing value, all that. So what I really want you to take home from this, I want you to think, do I know Python or does my team know Ruby or is PHP well within my reach? And if it is, just go with it. It doesn't matter. Store it in GitHub, deploy it via GitHub to Heroku or Railway or something like that. Don't overthink this. Like literally don't overthink this. You need to get back to the customer needs. You need to think about those. All the time you're thinking about the app itself and the stack doesn't matter. You're not winning Hacker News points by picking your tech here. You gotta go out into the real world and meet customers. They don't care if you're running MySQL or Postgres. They care that you're serving a need. That's it. At the end of the day, pick what works and just move as fast as you possibly can.